Live from Gahanna, WGLH-TV presents Lincoln Live with Jackie Graham and Cole Ferbizo. Lincoln Live starts now.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Jackie Graham.
And I'm Cole Ferbizo.
Hey, Cole, what does a bad hockey team and the Titanic have in common?
I don't know, what?
They all look good until they hit the ice.
Oh, Jackie, you are so funny. But we're actually wearing these jerseys because we're headed to the Columbus Blue Jackets Journalism and PR Day.
Yeah, I am super excited, but we have to get into the news first.
A group of 26 teaching profession students from Clark Hall are back from the Ohio Educators Rising State Conference at Capital University.
And these students have a lot to be proud of. Over 1,000 students from across Ohio competed in teaching-related competitions.
As the 2024 Ohio Teacher of the Year, Mr. Lowry got to help welcome the students and teach 2 breakout sessions.
And there was excitement everywhere as results were announced in categories such as lesson planning, exploring administrative careers, creative lecture, job interviews, and more.
The top 3 in each competition qualify for nationals. Our Gahanna Lincoln students and others from Eastland Fairfield were well represented. Here are the results. Congrats to Mrs. Hildebrand and her students. Yesterday during homeroom, a few yearbook members gave crowns to all of the winners for the senior superlatives. Crowns were handed out because the theme of this year's yearbook is Happily Ever After. So to match the theme and have a little fun of all the winners got to be crowned. Reminder to all of the winners, next Wednesday during homeroom, your picture will be taken for the yearbook. So make sure you go to the main lobby during homeroom to get your picture taken.
It is officially Women's History Month.
This month was created to acknowledge and celebrate the historical contributions of women throughout time.
Our lives are filled with women that are making a difference and paving the way for those to follow.
At our school, we have amazing teachers, administrators, and staff that are making history each and every day.
Our very own Rael Jackson went out to get the story on their impact.
March is the month to recognize the contributions, history, and successes of women all over the world.
The goal is not to keep everything separate, but it's to highlight those people that sometimes are naturally maybe not as mentioned quite as much.
Specifically at Gahanna Lincoln, there are plenty of women's accomplishments to celebrate.
He doesn't want him to be like him. I am the first African-American woman to be hired in the English department. I'm the first person in my English department to actually get my doctorate degree.
I'm involved with special education services, working with Dr. Thomas, and we've created Diaspora. We've got to work with a lot of amazing other women. Tia Holloman, who's now our director of curriculum. Kia Germany, and now has opened 3 Crumble Cookies locally, and have taken to heart the importance of showing cultural pride in everyday walks at our school here.
Students feel impacted by teachers like Mrs. Emerson and Dr. Thomas.
Dr. Thomas inspires me to always follow my dreams and to never give up. She's just so powerful in multiple different ways.
It's super awesome to have a black female teacher for my English class. It's just cool to be able to see yourself in a teacher who is so committed and motivated and driven. She's done her own research and she's so happy and energetic to share it with you, and you feel that energy and you feel that love. What type of energy did you get from that?
Being in a school with teachers and staff that make a difference every day can encourage students to make history themselves.
Women make up over 50% of college campus populations, yet we represent the smallest percentage of people in upper management or leadership positions. Dr. Thomas, Ms. Whitfield, and I We want to encourage the next generation to see themselves reflected in our spaces.
Think about what makes you happy, things that you would do without being paid. Study, everything that you feel is going to make you the best at what you do, because there's only one you, and there's no competition, So if you have that mentality, you're automatically going to shine.
And that you will. Women's History grants everyone the opportunity to be inspired by greatness of the past and make an impact on the world now and in the future. This is Brielle Jackson for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, Brielle. The Marines are looking for prospective high school students. Yesterday, the Marine coordinator for the high school hosted a booth and a pull-up competition. In order to get a Marines lanyard, you had to get 10 pull-ups. To get a t-shirt, you had to get 20. Only a few individuals were able to get 20 pull-ups. The purpose of the booth was to educate high schoolers about alternative routes after graduation.
Hey Jackie, speaking of pull-ups, I think there's someone in the studio that can do 20.
Who?
Katie Bailey.
Oh guys, you know I'm always on the Peloton, but this isn't about me.
Take it away, Katie.
Well, the Amnesty International Club is working hard to get the community garden project on its way. It has taken a lot of planning and communication. Here's TJ Sweeney to tell us more.
So today in Amnesty, we are forming a budget to send to the Eco Summit, and that way after our grants get approved, we can use that money to buy plants, and then that will help us to create our community garden at Middle School East. So today we're creating a budget, drafting up plans for NHS, and we're working on, making sure the garden is on pace for what we want it to be.
Thanks, TJ. Clark Hall is home to many unique classes and a vital component to the many students' school day. But there's one thing that stays consistent when walking into Clark Hall, and that is Mrs. Clark. Mrs. Clark is the first face many students see in the morning. Her positive attitude and sweet smile brightens everyone's day. And the staff and students are so appreciative of all that Miss Clark does to keep the school building running smoothly. Our Aubrey Tomsick has the story.
When we walk into school every morning, we see many faces. But one person that stands out in particular is Mrs. Clark. She has been working in the Gahanna School District for over 30 years and is currently the secretary in Clark Hall. Her main goal is that she wants Clark Hall
to be a welcoming place where we all feel like we are a community and learn together.
And she certainly accomplishes just that. Many students and staff are impacted by her positive attitude every day.
Miss Clark makes my day better as soon as I walk in the door and I see her smiling face. She gives such good energy every single morning. She's so consistent, always welcoming, always sweet and thoughtful. She is always positive. There's not a moment where I go to her and she gives me negative energy.
She is always standing, always greeting students, always has a smile on her face, and it sets the tone for everyone as you walk into this building.
When I walk in, she always greets me with a good morning, a hello, wishes me a good day. She always kind of brings up my mood when it's been down in the morning.
Hello. Mrs. Clark is so kind. She just seems such like a gentle person, and she's like the perfect person that you want at the front desk.
Not only does Mrs. Clark continue to provide a joyful environment, she's an asset to making the building run smoothly.
Here at Clark Hall, I do the attendance, I do use of the building.
Good morning.
I let people in and out of the building. I get to help everyone in some capacity all day, whether it's, you need a Band-Aid or you're going home sick.
Her dedication to fulfilling everyone's needs doesn't go unnoticed.
In addition to all of our morning interactions, Mrs. Clark was absolutely vital in helping move over to Clark Hall this year. And into the summer hours, teacher work days, she had carts ready for us. She held open doors for us. She showed us how to use the elevator. She was just absolutely the most welcoming, helpful person.
Miss Clark is, to me, a godsend. Anytime I need to get rooms to book for my students' events, she's always accommodating.
I really appreciate just how much she tries to talk and interact with the students, especially my first couple days here at Clark when I was just kind of confused as to where to go. And anytime that I come in, she's always very helpful.
Thank you, Mrs. Clark, for your contributions to the school district, staff, and the students for the past 31 years. This is Aubrey Tomsick for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, Aubrey. Well, that's all for me. Back to my table mates at the news desk.
Thanks, Katie. As we know, the 2023-2024 basketball season has come to an end, though that doesn't mean that the cheerleaders and players can't enjoy being an official Gahanna alum. The senior basketball cheerleaders and basketball players decided to switch sports, and they had a great time. Here they are.
Today we're going to be teaching them some cheers, and we're going to be trying to play basketball. So let's get to it. Right, left, right. It's like a stop.
Miss it, miss it, miss it, miss it. Miss it, miss it, miss it, miss it. Miss it, miss it, miss it, miss it. Jump ball, get it. Sink it, Sydney, sink it. Go!
So, you know, we had to come out here, show them our teamwork. I was with the defense, she got the offense.
Right, like, the best cheerleader, they're
yes,
the best girls. They got the dub. You know, our team is nice.
Yeah, like us.
We played a good game. We had a good defense and offense. So,
well, again, that was us switching sports. Hope you enjoyed it. Lions on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lions!
Thanks. Well, Lincoln, that's all we have for you today.
Good luck to bowling and wrestling teams at their state meet this weekend.
Enjoy your 4-day weekend and have a pucktacular day.
Bye.